it all goes back to watching the London 2012 Olympics, sitting on the sofa with my dog Alf and feeling really inspired. And at the age of 44, I thought, what can I do for myself that might be quite an interesting challenge? So I set myself and the dog the challenge of trying to run at least 10k every day for 2013, and we did it. I set up an initiative for people in 2014, which was for people to do a little bit of something active every day. It was called K times 365, KX365, with the K standing for sort of kilometres and things like that. And 100 people joined in, so 100 people started the challenge, and they'd all pretty much seen exactly the same physical and mental improvements that I'd seen. And I joined in with them in 2014, so I carried on going, the dog as well, and we managed to do 2 years, so 730 days. And now, in 2017, about 1,500 people so far have kind of joined in with that challenge. So it's kind of been growing quite exponentially each sort of year. A friend of mine, who I share a glass of wine with, she was a school teacher, and she invited me into her school back near where I live in England. And I didn't think the kids would be interested in what I had to say, but I went along anyway. And I just told them what I'd done since January the 1st of 2013, and the kids' reaction to it was just incredible. You know, they were so engaged in what it was that I was saying. They were just sitting there completely focused on what it was that I was saying and things. And after I'd done my talk to them, then the teachers that organised it, we went out and had a run around the playing field that they had at the school. And we went out and we ran around, and the kids didn't want to stop running. They just, the teachers had to pull them up and to stop them from running. And so I came away from that feeling really quite re-inspired and re-motivated in terms of what I was doing. I went home after the first school visit. I put together a PowerPoint presentation with some of the photographs and the stories that I had. And then I went on a tour of schools in England, and I must have spoken to about, 15 to 20 schools. So then I thought, right, what's your next challenge, Jim? And I'd already run the same number of days that Forrest Gump had run for in the film, which is 1,172 days. And I'd only done the sort of 10k distance. What I thought I would do is combine the Forrest Gump run for real in its entirety with the school visits. So I'd go to America and I would try and run 20,000 miles around America whilst visiting as many schools along the way as I could to try and encourage children to be physically active every day. To get here today, over 3,400 miles. I've run through Alabama, Mississippi, into Louisiana, through the entire Louisiana outback, and then into Texas. When they see me running around with a backpack with a flag on it, people are kind of interested. They wonder, what are you doing? They kind of know you're doing something, and they offer support and they offer help, and they buy me dinner and they buy me a drink, and they want to help, And when they hear the story, about the run, they're kind of interested in, okay, everyone's heard of Forrest Gump's run and things, and it's a really famous and iconic sort of film. And they're really interested just in the run itself. But when I then tell them, well, actually, it isn't really about the run. The reason why I'm here is to actually try and get kids off of the sofa and get them off and get them outdoors and doing a little bit of activity. And then they quite often they really fall in love with it. when you're doing a challenge like this and you're kind of running every day, one of the things that I really look forward to at the end of the day is sitting down and having a beer. People quite often, they say to me, hey, what you're doing, you're a great role model for our kids and stuff like that. And what I try to say to people is look, I'm not trying to be a role model. I don't know anything about nutrition or any of those things. All I know is that doing a little bit of physical activity every day is in our design. 200,000 years of Homo sapiens, of which that human timeline, that's you and me, we're all the same. For that, 199,000 of those years, we weren't driving around in metal boxes or sitting on the sofa in warm, centrally heated houses, or sitting at desks or in front of screens or whatever. We were out there hunting and gathering, doing something physically active. So the way that I kind of say when I go into schools and I talk to the children, I say, all I'm doing is I'm approximating to my design, and that is why that's why I've derived the physical and mental benefits that I do. So yeah, at the age of 48, I find myself sitting on a rock in Colorado, really having run now for 1,530 days of not having a day of rest, and I feel just as invigorated, just as inspired, just as motivated as I did when I started more than 4 years ago.